whole thing.
Tell me about it.
Cool.
Huh?
What the hell? How is Luka Doncic here? Like it's even more surreal now after hearing him, after listening to him, after talking about the process that going through it. It just that this is real is just I cannot wait to see him on the court. This still does not make sense.
I don't
to
know
me.
about you. I don't know about you all. Whatever. Now it's real. Now that I saw him here with the Lakers brand behind him and Rob Pelinka saying that he's here, it actually makes sense, or I can believe it. I'm still in shock. I cannot believe this happened. I still don't know what the Mavs or what the heck or what we don't know. Who cares? He's here. Do I feel bad for AD? A little bit. He's going to be fine in Dallas.
He'll be fine.
Am I more excited about what's about to happen with the Lakers? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. You've been in this business a long time, right? You ever get caught? You want to say something, but you don't really know how because you don't want to ruffle feathers.
Okay.
Through that whole press conference, how many times did you hear the name LeBron?
Not very often.
That's the other part of this whole thing. That's
Look,
wow.
Let me see. I got a bunch of notes here. That there was a question about that they were asking about the immediacy of what's happening. You know, and the question was specifically asked about immediacy. I believe it was Dave McMenamin who asked the question. Don't quote me on that, but I think that's who it was.
Yes.
Dave asked, what does this do for the timeline, for the immediacy of winning a championship?
Meaning the LeBron timeline.
Right. And Rob Pelinka's answer was the pressure to win a championship here, the expectation to win a championship, it's ever present, which it is. Even when the Lakers are bad, it's like, when are you going to win a title? Okay, so that's it. But he also said, we also need to be realistic. And then he went on to talk about how we have, and here's the line, a top 3 player in the universe. I can't think of a better place to start than that.
Wow.
LeBron's name was never mentioned.
Not in that.
And I don't think it was done like to stick it to LeBron. I think it's just this is a perfect indicator of how the sun in the Lakers solar system just instantly changed.
Or the Earth.
Just instantly changed.
Yeah.
Everything that the Lakers do from today through probably the next 10 years or so will be done through the what best serves Luka moving forward.
I don't know why that would be a question mark anyway. He's 25, one of the best players in the universe. We said world. So
he
we went out
upgraded to universe.
I don't know. Mars got some tall dudes, so it'd be fun. But the universe. So I'm one of the greatest players. You'd be silly not to build everything around Luka. But it was just odd sitting there. We're always talking about the LeBron timeline. And now that timeline either got destroyed, altered, changed, what have you. And I was going to ask you.
Changed, I think.
Are you heckering on the season?
Well, I
punting
define
on
heckering.
this season?
No, so it's a really good question.
Yeah.
And so here's how I've been thinking about a lot about this. I think whatever happens this season happens this season. I'm optimistic and I'm crossing my fingers and I hope that we've got another handful of days for the trade deadline.
It's house money.
Maybe they can find a player that will allow them to make an interesting run this year. And if it happens,
we're on the same page.
Great.
Yep.
I'm much more interested in what happens after that. What happens after that, because for the first time in what feels like a long time, and really, if we're being honest, the first time since LeBron has been here, you're thinking about life without LeBron James. You're thinking about going forward without him. And you know what? Everything's going to be all right because you have Luka Doncic here. Where before it's we got AD, and it's like, okay, that's not terrible.
Yeah.
But it's not that.
No.
That is a totally different
I do wonder
thing.
what LeBron does from this point. I really do.
Well, you know what's funny, DeMarco?
Yeah.
I think,
or you don't care?
No.
Yeah.
I am curious too because he's still LeBron James. You saw what he looked like against the Knicks. He's still a terrific player.
Yes,
but I think it's one of those you can either get on board or not.
With Luka?
Yeah.
LeBron's got some. I wonder what happens, and the trade deadline is when. Coming up.
It's Thursday.
And I would have
Thursday, 2 days from now.
Yes.
Okay.
We said LeBron is untradeable, and
by definition, he is.
Unless he waives it.
Right.
But I never thought I would see this.
No, that's what it changed.
Anything and everything could happen.
The timeline got changed so radically, which, hey, listen, we're going to go win championships with Luka Doncic. You want to be part of that?
Right.
Okay, cool. Let's figure it out. Let's figure out how you fit best, how he fits best, because they both do have the ball in their hands a ton. They both are incredible playmakers. They both are guys that are best when kind of setting things up for other people and getting their own. They're really similar players in a lot of regards. But I don't doubt for a second that one or both of them can figure out a way to play with the other.
I would love to see it.
But if he can't, there's no more question, well, which way we're going.
No,
it's
Luka.
like we're done.
It's Luka's team now. But I remember having the same discussions about Westbrook because they both want the ball in their hands. That turned out to be a failure.
But this is so much different than
because
that.
This is the future now, right?
Russell Westbrook isn't within 100 million miles of Luka Doncic.
But they're both ball-centric guys, and it did not work. So now you got another ball-centric guy.
But you got the best guy in the league.
True.
The other guy wasn't. LeBron might have been the best guy in the league.
It may not work with them together, but Luka's going to be here for the next 10. That's what I'm saying.
And one of the things that I love about it is, and we talked about this, I always kind of went back to the Shaq and Kobe situation where, well, when is AD going to assert himself? The answer was never. It's just not who he was.
Yeah.
Kobe didn't wait for Shaq to say, Kobe, today is the day I bequeath you the leadership of He ripped it out of his hands and called him a fat ass on the way out the door. Okay, that's how Kobe dealt with it. Right? Luka's not going to wait around to have it handed to him. He's just going to show up and he's going to.
I hope so.
He's going to know because he is.
Yeah.
And he doesn't play like that.
I've been trying to read tea leaves on this just for fun. Like Jumanji. This whole thing. Go back to that Shams interview when AD said, I would like to play the 4 instead of the 5. Like, I don't want to do the tough guy stuff anymore. Yeah. And then a week later. Then we found out this has been in the works for months.
It has been. By the way, that part, again, there's so much in here that's crazy.
Right.
That Dallas rang up the Lakers first is just such, and again, that's one of those, hold on a second. Now, I still haven't heard anything that would make me not do this. I want to be crystal clear. I'm 100% in on this. But
except if you found out the guy's injured.
If I called you and said, "Hey, listen, I've got a late model Mercedes-Benz that is awesome. That nice that very, very nice Cadillac that you have that's 5 years older than my car. How about we trade cars?" What would your first reaction be?
What are you doing?
Right. What's up?
Yeah.
And like, why are we doing that? Like,
that's what we said. Somebody tried to sell you a Ferrari for below market value.
That's what I'm saying.
Why? Because I'm a nice guy.
Right. Yeah. There still is